Now, bless now, don't forget the rest now. Dezrocksteady at King of the Pit TV. Brothers and sisters. It's been a long time coming, but we've arrived at Guns N' Roses, alright. Appetite for Destruction. Wikipedia told me this was the debut full-length studio album. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct Wikipedia. Also, alright, get on your edit and edit that mofo and put the right record. 12 tunes. I'll be very surprised if this gets through the copyright, and I say that because I know I have a right, fair use, to react and commentate upon this material and media, but I know that they bend the rules for certain musicians and certain acts. I've been there with AC/DC, I've been there with the Beatles, and it just seems like Big Axl is probably one to shut this shit down. Not personally, but I bet he's got a team behind him. Regardless, the official Guns N' Roses playlist for Appetite of Destruction, starting off with Welcome to the Jungle. You won't see most of the music video, because we're not here for the music videos, we're here for the actual art, the actual instrumental, the actual vocal, the songwriting capabilities. 562 million views. By default, I'm probably going to comment a little on the video because it's going to be before me, but it's not by choice. I've put the music video on, people. Without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? It begins here, and what a striking song to start the studio records with. I've heard Welcome to the Jungle before, people. Come on, I wasn't born under a rock like Patrick Star. Come on. I ain't seen the video. Hey, you know what? These lot were looking kind of glam back in the day. These hairdos are very glam rock. Do people categorise Guns with the, well, Guns N' Roses? I don't know if Guns is a... Yeah, my mate calls them Buns and Toast, these people. Do people categorise this band with glam to some degree? One moment, people. Sorry, people, I just had to fight the law. Let's go. I never considered it, but Robert Plant, well, you know, it'd come earlier than Robert Plant with the rock and roll acts, and, you know, there was a lot... The early blues stuff was very sexually charged as well, or at least some pockets of it. But this whole moaning on the mic and so forth, I always associated with Robert Plant. Always associated with Robert Plant. He really defined it, didn't he?
Welcome to the jungle. It gets worse here every day. You learn to live like an animal in the jungle where we play. If you gotta hung up for what you see, you'll take it eventually. You can have anything you want, but you better not take it from me. In the jungle. Welcome to the jungle. Won't you bring it to your knees?
I've never tried to learn how to play this on guitar. I wonder how tough it is. One moment, I'm actually going to give it a go. Yo, I'll be real with you people. I just tried to learn some of the riffs on Welcome to the Jungle. I don't get it. There's like 3 guitars ringing off doing different things. People, I'm blaming Guns N' Roses. I'm definitely not a bad guitar player, alright? Don't blame me. Don't point the finger at me. Don't point the finger at me. Very inventive with this bridge section. It could have been dead and gone by now, but they've extended it twofold and just sent us into a completely random different section.
You know where you are? You're in the jungle, baby.
Quite a bizarre video.
You're gonna die. In the jungle. Welcome to the jungle. Won't you bring it to knees in the jungle. Welcome to the jungle. Feel my serpentine jungle. Welcome to the jungle.
So, you know what's wild, right? I don't know much about the tune It's So Easy, what's coming up, but that's a music video one. A single, so that must be a massive tune. But this is their debut, yeah? Welcome to the Jungle, Paradise City, Sweet Child of Mine. That's absolutely wild to have on their debut record. That's incredible, isn't it? Wikipedia told me they only put out 6 studio records. I mean, this band's focusing on quality as opposed to quantity, isn't it? I'll be fair with you. That tune to me is well overplayed. Well overplayed. I've worn that number out. It don't really touch me no more. I find it quite boring, believe it or not. But It's So Easy's coming up. I think I will have heard this one before, but not to the degree where I can tell you how it goes. So we're actually entering the first time reactions at this point. Track number 2 coming up, people. All right. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV signing in. Little bit of predictive programming here for you with a little bit of Oppenheimer and the atomic bomb. Guns N' Roses, It's So Easy. This is track number 2 of 12. Let's go. I'm not too familiar with this number.
What we're going to do is we're going to do this song.
In their prime, they were the most badass band in the world, says
home
Greek
video.
Death One.
Actually, that's wrong. It'll be on the home video. But what we're making this for is ourselves. So, like, you know, if we made a nice video for MTV, we could put it out and sell more records and shit. But instead, we're gonna spend 150 grand just to make something we want to see.
Just a subtle brag there. 150 grand of the label's money. And if it's not, then, you know what I mean? These are some privileged people, right?
Your sister in a Sunday dress. She's on the breeze, she pounds her past. She's on the tape, no need to try. She's ready to make. It's so easy.
Man, I got some birds in this video.
When everybody's trying to please me, cars are crashing every night. I drink and drive, everything's in sight. I make a fire, but I miss the firefight. I hit the bullseye every night. It's so easy.
Come on.
When everybody's trying to please me, baby. Yeah, it's so easy, easy. When everybody's trying to please me. So easy. Nothing seems to please me. It all feels so right. When I fade into the night. See me, it's you fall down.
Oh no, I shouldn't be commenting on the music video, but come on now. Come on, I've not seen this video before. I'm missing out on the actual music, pay attention to it, to be honest. Quite mesmerising. Huh?
I see you standing there. You think you're so cool. Why don't you just fuck off?
Come on.
You get nothing for nothing if that's what you do. Turn around, bitch, I got a use for you. Besides, you ain't got nothing better to do, and I'm bored. It's so easy, easy when everybody's trying to please me, baby. It's so easy, easy.
I mean, this isn't the typical vocal I'm expecting Axel to come to the table with. It's so easy, easy. This is completely separate to how I associate his vocals.
When everybody's
Every time I get in a thought, I'm getting someone with their spread legs just thrown in front of me.
please me.
Hey, Guns N' Roses weren't messing around. They weren't messing around with them. Yeah, this 80s sort of woman, you don't see her around no more, do you? You don't really see many well, I don't know. I don't go to like rock shows and all of that. But you know what I mean? Grown women. You don't really see them dolled up like this no more. I say that like I was knocking around in the 80s. Come on. That was hard. That was rock and roll. That was sick. Yeah, that was sick. That's living the dream right there, or at least that's what's pictured. That's quality. That's really good. That's really good. I don't like the little 150 grand comment at the start. Who cares, man? Like, you know what I mean? I thought that was some BS. But as far as the track, last chorus, start belting it up in the high register. Very nice. Very tasty. We've got Nightrain or Nightrain coming up. I don't know. Track number 3. That's all I'm calling it. Yes, now, bless now. Don't forget the rest now. dezrocksteady at King of the Pit TV. We're listening to Appetite for Destruction. We're away from the music videos for a moment. Nightrain. I mean, that last music video is quite distracting, to be honest with you. Let's go. I don't know if I've heard this. I don't think so. Here we go.
Loaded like a freight train, flying like an aeroplane, feeling like a space brain one more time tonight. Look out, Del, I'm a West Coast strutting. One bad mother got a rattlesnake suitcase under my arm. Said I'm a
Sounds a bit like an old man in a way, don't you think?
Wake up late, honey, put on your clothes and take your credit card to the liquor store. Well, that's one
It got high register, but got a bit of a gruffness to it.
you do for me, but tonight I'll be loaded like a freight train, flying like an aeroplane, and like a space brain one more time tonight. I'm on the night train, follow the sun. I'm on the night train, fill my car. I'm on the night train, ready to crash and burn. I never learn. I'm on the night train, I love that stuff. I'm on the night train, I got to never get enough. I'm on the night train, never to return. No.
Is this the best Guns N' Roses record, people?
Loaded like a freight train, flying like an airplane, speeding like a space train one more time today.
Oh, I wonder how many people have driven over the speed limit to these tunes.
I'm on the night train, and I'm looking for some.
Come on.
I'm on the night train, so I can leave this slow. I'm on the night train, and I'm ready to crash and burn. Night train, follow the sun. I'm on the night train, fill my car. I'm on the night train.
That was an incline from start to finish. I mean, the doubling up of the chorus at the end is always pristine, especially when we got a ridiculous shred to go alongside it. A nice little soulful, tasty shred. That was a good tune. Started off, I mean, it had tough competition. Welcome to the Jungle and It's So Easy coming beforehand. And then this coming in. I thought, ooh, sounds a bit thin. And then we got to the end and we thought, you know what, that got somewhere there. Out to Get Me is coming up next, track number 4.
Yeah, well.
There's Rocksteady King of the Pit TV. We're listening to Buns and Toasties. This is track number 4 of 12 entitled Out to Get Me, alright? This song may not be that popular, but in my opinion, it's one of my favourite Guns N' Roses songs of all time, says Mr. Fahrenheit 1173. So, Mr. Fahrenheit, let's see what you're saying. Come on. Come on.
Been hiding out and laying low. It's nothing new to me.
These dudes are better, I would say, more consistent, given that this is the first 4 tracks. But there is a parallel with Motley Crue, with some of the riffing. Some of the riffing has parallels to Motley Crue.
I'm fucking innocent. They won't break me. Sometimes it's easy to forget where you're going. Sometimes it's harder to leave. And every time you think you know just what you're doing, that's when your troubles exceed.
Come on.
They push me in a corner just to get me to fight, but they won't touch me. They preach and yell and fight all night. You can't tell me. I lose my head, I close my eyes. They won't touch me. 'Cause I got something I've been building up inside. I'm already gone. They're out to get me. They won't catch me. 'Cause I'm innocent. They won't break me. Let me see you try.
One, two, three, four. They're out to.
Some people got a chip
It should have been the chorus.
on their shoulder.
I wouldn't have done that.
And some would say it was me. But I didn't buy that fifth of whiskey that you gave me. So I got quick to disagree. They're out to get me. They won't catch me. I'm fucking innocent. They won't break me. They're out to get me. They won't catch me. 'Cause I'm innocent. So you can suck me. Take that one to heart.
Came in like Dave Mustaine there. Mr. Brownstone coming up next. That was out to get me. Powerhouse of a tune. Powerhouse of a tune. We've not slowed down as of so far, have we? Right. This one should be more popular at 2.7 million views. Hold on. Rest now. Don't forget to rest now. dezrocksteady at King of the Pit TV. Yo, I don't know how much I'm going to be able to record in this particular session, but I thought I'd continue on with the Guns N' Roses Appetite for Destruction record. Obviously, if you're watching the full listen through the record, it won't seem like much. It'll just be a little click, but I've just had a sleep in between, basically. I've had things to do, people to help out, and, you know, car journeys to go on. So here I am once again. We've got Mr. Brownstone coming up, and we'll see if we can fit Paradise City in as well, to be fair with you. Maybe not in this particular video, if you're watching it song by song, but you know what I mean, in this particular session. Without further ado, I don't know if I know this one. I don't ring a bell. Let's go. It'd help if I could play it from the right speakers, right? Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. You know what? They have a groove element to them, don't they? Always grooving on them riffs. There's always a dunk, 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 like a verging on funk rhythmically. Obviously not funk. Well, potentially funk guitar styles earring in there with the, the muted strumming and so forth. Come on now, let's go, Mr. Brownstone. Haribo.
I get up around 7, get out of bed around 9, and I don't worry about nothing, no, because worrying's a waste of my time. Show usually starts around 7, we go on stage around 9. Get up.
All of the comments are foreign. I couldn't even tell you what language it's in, to be honest. I don't want to showcase my ignorance here. I bought this album the week it was released in the UK. 33 years later, it still stands up as a great album.
On the bus about 11, sipping a drink and feeling fine. We've been dancing with Mr. Brownstone. He's been knocking, he won't leave me alone.
Great riffs, but a bit of a corny chorus, I think.
No, he won't leave me alone. I used to do a little, but a little wasn't doing, so the little got more and more. I just keep trying to get a little better, said a little better than before. I used to do a little, but a little wasn't doing, so the little got more and more. I just keep trying to get a little better, said a little better than before. We've been dancing with Mr. Brownstone. He's been knocking, he won't leave me alone. No, he won't leave me alone.
I just had a train of thought there because of one of the commenter referenced tasteful guitars. Would you say Guns N' Roses is a guitarist band? Sort of guitar-driven band? Because arguably Guns N' Roses is powerful all the way around. Although, you don't really pick out on unless you were a drummer specifically. I don't find any moments where I pick out on the drums and say, oh yeah, them drums are spectacular, them drums are perfect. You know what I mean? Like, we were listening to AC/DC, and the drummer was just so tight and so perfect for the band that it just stands out so well. But as far as Guns N' Roses are concerned, it tends to be driven by these guitar riffs, doesn't it?
Now I get up around whenever. I used to get up on time. But that old man, he's a real motherfucker, gonna kick him on down the line. I used to do a little, but a little wasn't doing, so the little got more and more. I just keep trying to get a little better, said a little better than before. I used to do a little, but a little wasn't doing, so the little got more and more. I just keep trying to get a little better, said a little better than before. We've been dancing with Mr. Brownstone. He's been knocking, he won't leave me alone.
No, he won't leave me alone. Won't leave me alone. Stuck it in the middle and I shot it in the middle and it drove me out of my mind. I should have known better, said I wish I never met her, said I leave it all behind.
That was the weakest track on the record so far. I'm surprised it had more views than Out to Get Me. Out to Get Me was a rock and roll banger. Wanted to put my foot down on the pedal to that one. Mr. Brownstone, that wasn't a great tune. I didn't like the chorus section, in all fairness. So the record loses points for that one. I thought that was a filler track. I'd do without that one. Got Paradise City coming up next. I know Paradise City, people. I know Paradise City. I love the lyric of Paradise City, at least the chorus section. And 6 minutes 49 this, so the music video probably adds a little bit more length onto it. Let's keep it moving. Des Rocksteady, we're listening to Appetite for Destruction, alright?
This one's Paradise City. I am aware of Paradise City. This isn't my first time listen. I think it's a great tune, to be fair with you, although we'll see as to whether I believe it's overplayed at this point in my world, because, you know, Paradise City isn't something I've not heard before. Aside from that, 6 minutes 49, so I assume there's a little bit of magic with the videography here to extend the song, because I don't remember it being that long normally. Let's go. Already, the clean guitars are absolutely brilliant. I had a mate who saw Guns N' Roses only, must have been 2 if not 3 weeks back now. Saw him in London, supported by The Darkness, The Pretenders, and a couple of others who I've forgotten about. Said they were good. He comes from like a pub rock indie background and stuff. His missus got him there. I think his missus got VIP like space tickets and all sorts, and it was quite wild for someone like him. Initially, he thought he was going to go get really drunk watching him, but you know, the bar was so far away, it was just pointless getting beer. So that was his experience, you know. Rock and roller. Come on. This, in comparison to Welcome to the Jungle, it looks like Axl's aged a lot. He's definitely put on a bit of weight since that video, it seems. Am I wrong? I never paid attention to that low frequency vocal that's harmonising there as well. That's a great shot. It goes from a completely empty crowd, and then when it pans out, that's brilliant. I think there's a radio edit version and it doesn't go back into that riff. I think it bypasses that riff. If anything, we might have another verse coming up, and I think it cuts the verse off completely and just kicks straight into the chorus. Maybe. It's an absolute belter of a chorus. Very simple, but it's just pristine. We all want to go down to the Paradise City, man. Absolutely fantastic. Aside from the chorus, I don't really understand the lyrical concept of the song. I'm not following the verse whatsoever. It's an odd bridge section. I don't know if the bridge section and the key change detracts from how good the song is. It's inventive, creative, and it's cool. It's a good bridge. Like, it's the guitar work is fantastic, and the way it works and the dynamic change is good. But you know, the tonality of it just, I don't know. I don't know if we should have just stuck to the same chords and just kept it simple. Cause the Paradise City progression is just really fantastic. But that's my personal opinion. I mean, I can't criticize on such a gargantuan song. This got 780 million views. You know what? I don't actually remember this double time bit. Late. I remember this. I got a love-hate relationship with that outro section. It's such a big explosion. But it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. I was thinking, politically, it must suck being this band given that you're not Axl or Slash. And although Slash is a great musician, I think his power comes from his sunglasses and his hat. That combination, no one else can wear the Slash hat. Because he came out from the get-go. And I wonder where the hat came from. Before Guns N' Roses, was this guy knocking around with a big hat like that? I doubt it. I'll be very surprised if it is the case. So has this guy gone in with the idea of intentionally sort of peacocking with this hat and creating a character? To be fair, he doesn't get much video time by the looks of things on this video. But yeah, brilliant. Brilliant. It's a great tune. It's a great number. Yeah, as far as rock and roll is concerned, it's timeless, right? The production's really good as well. I'm sure I'm listening to some sort of remaster. Official music video for Paradise City performed by up to the debut album remastered and expanded, available now as a box set, super deluxe, double LP and double CD here. Wow, we're cashing out. We're still cashing out on Guns N' Roses. My Michelle coming up next, track number 7. I'm unfamiliar with this tune. Little Sweetie Guy number, I assume. Yes, now, bless now. Krusty D signing in at King of the Pit TV. This one's a title, My Michelle. I don't know this one. Track 7 of 12. We're listening to Appetite for Destruction. Man, what a banger this record is. Come on. 1.7 million views on this one.
Your daddy works in porno now that mommy's not around. She used to love her heroin, but now she's underground. So you stay out late at night.
This is quite heavy metal, don't you think? The high vocals, quite a grim shriek, and the riffing is heavy metal.
And you do your dope for free. Driving your friends crazy with your life's insanity. Well, you just can't tell. Well,
Don't like that melody.
my Michelle. Look out! Throwing all your wild oats in another's luxuries. Yesterday was Tuesday, maybe Thursday you can sleep. But school starts much too early, and this hotel wasn't free. So party to your connection calls, honey, I'll return the key. Well, you just can't tell. Well, my Michelle. Well, you never can tell. Well, my Michelle. Everyone needs love, you know that it's true. Someday you'll find someone that'll fall in love with you. But all the time it takes when you're all alone. Someday you'll find someone that you can call your own. But till then you better.
This song isn't great. I don't like the chorus.
Now you're clean and so discreet. I won't say a word, but most of all, this song is true. In case you haven't heard, so come on and stop your crying. We both know money burns. Honey, don't stop trying, and you'll get what you deserve. Well, you just can't tell. Well, my Michelle. You never can tell. Well, my Michelle. My Michelle. My Michelle. My Michelle. Michelle.
Yeah, that was worse than Mr. Brownstone. Them two tunes haven't been good. We got Think About You. I'm not gonna linger on it too much because this has been a really good album. I mean, it goes without saying. It's Appetite for Destruction. We got Think About You coming up next, track number 8. Hold on. There's Rocksteady King of the Pit TV signing in. This is the least viewed number on this record so far at 1.3 million views. My Michelle, I couldn't get along with the chorus. I felt it was a little corny, to be honest. Think About You coming up. Let's go.
I said, baby, you've been looking real good. You know that I remember when we met. It's funny how I never felt so good. It's a feeling that I know I'll never forget. Ooh, it was the best time I can remember. Ooh, and the love we shared, loving that'll last forever. There wasn't much in his heart of mine. There was a little left, and baby found it. It's funny how I never felt so high. It's a feeling that I know I'll never forget. Ooh, it was the best time I can remember. Ooh, and the love we shared, loving that'll last forever. I think about you, honey, all the time. My heart says yes. I think about you deep inside. I love
I love that clean guitar. Is that an acoustic? When you introduce acoustic guitars into a mix full of rock and roll instrumental, it's very rare that you have it so bold in the mix. I like it a lot. I like it. Sounds great. You got that with what seems like a shaker of such tambourine, is it? Something changed in this heart of mine. You know that I'm so glad that you showed me. Honey, now you're my best friend. I wanna stay together till the very end. Ooh, it was the best time I can remember. Ooh, and the love we shared, loving that'll last forever. I think about you. This guy says, I love cranking this song up full after copping a couple grams of Afghan heroin and hitting a vein first time, then letting the beautiful chemicals get to work whilst this masterpiece is playing. Responses says, Amen, brother.
Honey, all the time, my heart says yes. I think about you deep inside. I love you best. I think about you. You know you're the one I want. I think about you, darling. You're the only one. I think about you. I think about you. I think about you.
That was brilliant. That was the right tune. Yeah, somebody said real Guns N' Roses fans know this song is underrated. Yeah, it's quite underrated because I thought it was better than My Michelle and Mr. Brownstone, but definitely doesn't accumulate many of the views that they do. So there we go. Think About You. That was a good tune. I wonder what this song is next. Sweet Child of Mine. I've never heard that one before. Sweet Child of Mine coming up next. In my opinion, I'm very biased. In my opinion, one of the best songs ever written. Like, disregarding the great production and big build-up, I think with an acoustic guitar and the lyrical content and the way it's laid out, I think this is one of the best songs ever written. So we're going to have fun with this next one. Track number 9 coming up next, all right? There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV. Need a trim, that's for sure. Let's finish this record off. We've been listening to Appetite for Destruction. This one's Sweet Child of Mine. Have I heard this one before? What do you think? What do you think? In my opinion, one of the best songs ever written. Let's jump into it whenever this advertisement is over. In 3, 2, 1. She's got a smile, and it seems to me reminds me of childhood memories. Come on, people. I don't think I've ever seen the music video. I must have on a music channel back in the day, but I don't really remember it. $1.5 billion views, people. 1.5 billion. That's no joke.
She's got a smile that it seems to me reminds me of childhood memories where everything was as fresh as the bright blue sky.
I think this is one of the best songs I've written because when you reduce it to just the vocal line and an acoustic guitar or a piano, it's still a brilliant song. That's a great way to, theoretically break down as to whether a song is good or not. Because sometimes it can be shrouded by the instrumental parts and so forth, but a song is a song. You write a song, you sing a song. And this is just a really fantastic number. But when you add the additional components, the ornamentation, such as the intro riff, the guitar solo, and the twinkles and the bass lines, it just becomes larger than life. And some people will say it's overplayed, which I don't disagree with. McD3379 is arguably one of the most iconic opening guitar riffs in the history of music. Couldn't agree more. Someone says one of the most, the one. And somebody says the one would be Smoke on the Water by far. Somebody said inspired by the intro of Xanadu by Rush. Who cares? Who cares? I don't know that number. I know Sweet Child of Mine. If I say top 5 for sure, like Linkin Park, AC/DC, Nirvana. Yeah, it is. It's timeless. And guitarists, you could be good on the guitar. It's still, a relatively complex melody to play on the guitar tight, without blurring and ding, ding, ding and running off. You know what I mean? You need to be quite tight picking to play this correct. I'm a guitarist, I say it with an open mind. And just like Comfortably Numb, just like Wish You Were Here, we've got a slight bridging, like a turnaround section, post-chorus, guitar solo. Just a little guitar solo. Not the one people reference when they talk about the Sweet Child of Mine solo. But then we've got an epic solo later on down the line. Part of the perfect formula. See you now, so pain. pretty cool. Is the drummer wearing a TSOL shirt? That's pretty punk rock, eh? So we got a TSOL shirt and a CBGB shirt. I think that CBGB shirt was also worn in one of the other videos, maybe Paradise City. I'll tell you something, even with the guitar sort of nudges and scratches we've got going on at this particular section, it seems quite simple, but you have to be very intricate and very nuanced and really place things in the right place, because dynamically we're so low to the ground now. Where do we go? Where do we go? And we want to build tension and build it all the way up to that big epic last chorus. So each and every we make really makes all of the big impact and needs to be placed in the right place, right? That snare's coming in now. Yeah, I bet these dudes have made a lot of money off of this one song. Or at least the record label did. Cool that on the video we introduced a tiny little bit of colour at that one particular space. That was quite cool. So that was it. I mean, really, how much can I say? I'm sure this is going to probably be the most popular Guns N' Roses video I'll do, because a few people will be searching up for reactions of this particular number. I've heard this 20,000 times before. I do think it's one of the best songs ever written. I think the verse sections are fantastic. I think the chorus is fantastic. The guitar speaks for itself. The bridge section is a fantastic build-up. I mean, it doesn't necessarily, it's not the greatest bridge section, but it does its job leading up and building tension up until that last chorus. It really is brilliant. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. We've got You're Crazy coming up next, track number 10. I'm unfamiliar with this one, so we're probably going to have a little bit more food for thought coming up. There's Rocksteady King of the Pit TV signing in. We're listening to Guns N' Roses. This one's entitled You're Crazy. I don't really know this one, to be fair with you. But as you know, we're listening to Appetite for Destruction. This is track number 10. This album is the definition of perfection, says Gyro Zappelli. So, let's find out if we can keep it moving. That's heavy, that. Boom, boom, ba-da-da.
You're crazy, oh child. I said you're crazy. Hey,
Let's put some respect on the people behind the madness. We got Mike Klink, who produced the record. We got studio personnel and mixers, Steve Thompson and Michael Barbiero. Composer and lyricists credited to Axl Rose, W. Axl Rose. So what does the W stand for? We got Duff McKagan, Izzy Stradlin. It's quite simply Slash. Steven Adler. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the 5 members of the band, right? Who's Steven Adler? I thought that was Steven Tyler for a second. I thought, what the hell?
say, boy, where you coming from when you get that point of view? When I was young, I said I knew someone like you, and they said you don't want my love. You want satisfaction. Yeah. You don't need my love. You gotta find yourself another piece of the action, 'cause you're crazy. Hey, hey, you're fucking crazy. Oh my God, you know you're crazy. Oh yeah, I said you're crazy. You're crazy. You know you're crazy. Well, you're crazy. You know you're crazy. You know you are. Bring it down, you're fucking crazy.
There was a rushed feel to that. And that tends to come across as a negative in most cases, but for this one, it goes along with the lyrical content. There's a craziness to it. There's a frantic tempo with this song. Possibly the fastest one on the record, isn't it, right? This number. Yeah, it was alright. It was alright. It was high octane, high energy. Most definitely. I liked the riff when we got into the chorus section. That was the selling point for me, I think. We've got Anything Goes coming up next, track number 11. Let's keep going, let's keep going, let's keep going, let's keep going. dezrocksteady at King of the Pit TV. We're going to be finishing this record off. This one's Anything Goes, and it's got near to no views in comparison to, you know, the music we've been listening to on this record of so far. So it's definitely not a fan favourite. Definitely not a fan favourite, but we're going to go into it. I'm going to try to turn my bias off because, you know, what the people like tends to speak wonders, you know. If it's not a marketing thing, it tends to be because the song's actually good. So this one's Anything Goes, track number 11 or 12. Let's finish this record off. Come on now. This guy says 4 lads that just put out the killer album of the decade and possibly of all time. Hats off. Surely there's 5. Yeah, someone corrected him, 5 lads. I got blagged there. Come on.
I've been thinking about sex. Always hungry for something that I haven't had yet. Well, baby, you got something to lose. Well, I got something for you. My way, your way, anything goes tonight.
Deary me, deary me.
Baby, and we can do it all. My way, your way, anything goes tonight. My way, your way, anything goes tonight.
Definite, the glam rock is definitely coming out in this one.
My way, your way, anything goes tonight. My way, your way, anything goes tonight.
That little vocal solo there, yeah?
My way, your way, anything goes tonight. My way, your way, anything goes tonight. Oh yeah, my way, your way, anything goes tonight. My way, your way, anything goes tonight. My way, your way, anything goes tonight. Tonight, 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 anything goes tonight. Said anything goes tonight.
Lyrically, it could be debated. It could be a debatable sort of corny lyrical at times. But the riffs were good. The energy was good. I'm surprised it's only got 671,000 views because the others are in the millions. So I'm surprised it lacks that support from the fan base. You know, maybe the women aren't going mad on this one, to be honest with you. Maybe it fell a little bit flat. But it was good. It was catchy. I thought it had a good bop to it. I thought there was a good groove to it as a whole. Let's finish this record off. Rocket Queen, track number 12, alright? Appetite Destruction. That's what we're listening to. Let's finalise this record. 3.3 million views. This must be a good one. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV signing in and signing out. We're going to finalise this record. This one's Rocket Queen. I've not heard this one. 3.3 mil views, which is quite pleasing to me. I'm glad we're ending it on a high. It seems the people support this one. Let's give some respect to the members of the band, because I don't know who's who, to be honest. So Axel, here, someone's rated him here. So Axel's voice gets 1 thumbs up. My man Duff's on the bass. Duff McKeegan, I think his name is. 1 thumb up. Stephen on the drums. Stephen Adler, is it? 2 thumbs up, so the drumming must be mad on this one. Slashy solos, 1 thumbs up. Izzy on the rhythm guitar, thumbs up, and everything in this song is perfect. Let's go. I don't think I heard this one before. We're grooving, come on.
If I say I don't need anyone, I can say these things to you.
does sound like Dave Mustaine at times, I think. We got some moans in this apparently.
I've seen everything imaginable. Past before these eyes, I've had everything that's tangible. Honey, you'd be surprised. I'm a sexual innuendo in this burned out paradise. If you turn me on to anything, you better turn me on tonight. Here I am, and you're rocket queen. I might be a little young, but honey, I ain't naive. Here I am, and you're rocket queen. Oh yeah.
What do you think of the vocal effects on this? Kind of thinks he's Robert Plant a bit, I think. Yeah, a bit crass, fellas, a bit crass. I'd have to turn this. I'd have to just turn the record off at this point if I were living with my parents, and I got this record. It'd have to get turned off. I'm sorry, people. It takes you through a bit of a journey. That one takes you through a bit of a journey. I probably wouldn't listen to that song again. I didn't think much of it. In all fairness, I couldn't tell you too much about it. Nothing really hooked me. I mean, of course, you had the moaning in the middle of it. You know what I mean? But that was nothing to do with the music. That was just a bit of novelty thrown onto the track. Yeah. They completely smashed it with the singles on this one. And when I say the singles, I mean the ones they chose to do music videos for, whether it be after the release or post or prior to the release of the record. They definitely knew what the selling points were. And I completely agree. I'm going to do another video in regards to my overview of this record, what I thought of it as a whole, and I'm going to give it a rating, alright? So I'll see you on the flip side. But yeah, that was Rocket Queen. I mean, for a 6-minute track and for the 3 million views, I didn't think it was as strong as any of the 3-minute tracks, to be honest with you. I felt it was overdrawn a little bit, drawn out a little bit too much, in the worst kind of way. So I'll see you on the flip side, people.